Taking control of your nutrition can be one of the most challenging and overwhelming things to do, but it doesn't have to be like that. In this video, I want to share with you 5 simple things that you can do to take control of your nutrition. Hey, my name is Mike Behrens, and for over a decade, I have helped thousands of people add simple supplementation into their daily routines. But you can't talk about supplements without talking about nutrition first. And in 2023, I decided to get certified through the National Academy of Sports Medicine to put a piece of paper to the things that I'd learned over the years. But in that time, there's been a few takeaways that I talk to most guys about when it comes to taking control of their nutrition. So the first thing is keep it simple. Don't get crazy. You don't have to go overboard when it comes to taking control of your nutrition and start tracking every little thing under the sun. You just want to pay attention to the amount of protein, pay attention to the amount of carbs, the amount of fats that you're getting every single day. You don't need to go overboard. The more simple you can keep it, the better it's going to be. You can also eat the same foods every single day. You don't have to start having this crazy new diet and these crazy new wide varieties. Pick a few things that you like and eat those. I have eggs for breakfast every day. It's pretty simple. It makes life easy for me. And so the more that you can keep it simple, the better success rate you're going to have in the long run. Now, does it have to be the same thing every day for duration? No, it doesn't. But for the starting out point, keeping it as simple as possible to take control of that nutrition is going to be huge. Next thing is to prioritize protein. Protein is the most important nutrient that we're going to get, that we're going to consume on a daily basis. So you really want to focus on that and make it the priority. Protein rebuilds our body, rebuilds our muscles, fuels our body, gives us all the things that we need to recover on a daily basis. And you're probably not getting enough of it every single day. I've been a pro wrestler for over 20 years, and I was talking to one of the guys this past weekend, and he was asking me some questions on how to lose some weight, and we immediately talked about how much protein he was getting. Now, he's a 215-pound guy, but he only gets about 70 to 80 grams of protein every day, and I said, that's not enough. You're going to have to change it. And so what you want to shoot for is 1 gram of protein per pound of desired body weight on a daily basis. So for him, he weighs 215. He was telling me he wants to get to 180 pounds. So I said, you need to get to the point where you're consuming 180 grams of protein every day. Now, that's going to be a big adjustment coming from about 70, 80 grams of protein to 180 grams of protein. That's adding another 100 grams of protein. It's going to take some time to get to that. So keep it simple, stick with that, but add that in on a slow basis. So go from 80 to 100, 100 to 120, 120 to 150, and then 150 to 180, and stair step your way into hitting your protein goals every single day. But prioritizing protein will not only help you build more muscle, recover faster, it's also going to help lessen the other foods that you're eating, because you can only eat so much food on a daily basis. Scratch that. You can probably eat quite a bit of food on a daily basis, but the idea here is the more protein you consume, the less bad carbs, the less simple carbs, the less bad fats that you eat. So you're going to get more full on the protein and you'll have better nutrition overall. The third thing we want to talk about is focusing on whole foods. I don't mean the grocery store, although it's a good place to go shopping, a little pricey, but you can get foods as close to the source as possible there. And that's what I'm talking about. You want to get whole foods that don't have a lot of added ingredients or isn't an amalgamation of a whole bunch of different things to make one end product. If you're going to buy eggs, it should only say eggs in the ingredients. If you're going to get beef, it should just be beef. There shouldn't be a bunch of added stuff. And so the closer you can eat to the source of the food, the better it's going to be. With the current climate of the world and the nutrition and the food industry and all the things that get put into our food right now, you don't know what's getting put in there. So as close to the source as you can possibly be with your food, the better it's going to be for you nutritionally. You're going to get more vitamins, more nutrients, more good things to put into your body when you're eating as close to the source as possible. Pro tip on that, if you don't have a garden, start one. I started growing a bunch of food in our backyard for my family, and it's been amazing to be able to go pick food right out of the garden, have it direct from the source, put it on the plate, eat it, and know that we're getting good quality food with our meals. Speaking of high quality meals, the next thing we want to talk about is cooking at home. I've gotten a lot of pushback over the years from a lot of guys saying, I don't know how to cook. Well, learn. I don't care if you don't know how to cook. You need to learn to cook. You need to learn to meal prep. You need to learn to get in the habit of preparing food from home, because there's a lot of benefits. You don't have all the added crap. You don't have all the extra stuff that's not in there. It's cost effective. It's way cheaper to eat from home than it is to go out every single day. So focusing on cooking food at home for your meals is huge. But then learning to meal prep is another thing that's important from cooking from home, because you can prep your meals for the week. And I'm not saying go out there and prepare these amazing 5-course, 7-course meals. I'm saying keep it simple, stick with point one, keep it as simple as possible, and just prepare the meals. Cooking at home doesn't have to be hard. A go-to meal for me has been a pound of ground beef, a $1 bag of frozen veggies, and some rice. Cook those up, split them into 2 meals. Now I got lunch and supper. Plus it's super cost effective. It's going to be less than $10. Well, maybe not less than 10 anymore with inflation, but $15 for the day. It's got 2 meals out of it, which is going to be way cheaper than getting a burrito from Chipotle. Nothing against a burrito from Chipotle, but it's a little expensive, and making that meal from home is going to save you a lot of money. So cook at home as many meals as you can. And if you're cooking the right things, it's going to be a huge benefit to your nutrition. The next thing we want to talk about is to be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to nutrition. I will be the first one to admit that I have not always been as consistent as I could be when it comes to the nutrition and training for that matter. And when I'm off, I definitely feel it. When I'm on, I notice a huge difference and I feel way better every single day. And so when I talk about consistency, I don't mean perfection. I mean consistent. So consistency is 5 days in a row, miss a day, get back to it the next day. Don't miss another day, because if you miss 2 days in a row, now you're being consistent in the wrong direction. So stay as consistent as you possibly can when it comes to doing all the things that we already talked about in your nutrition. And the last thing we want to talk about, a little bonus tip here for you, and I'm sure you knew it was coming, is to use supplementation. Now, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to hard sell you on supplementation, but it does serve a purpose. Supplements are a supplement to a good diet. So fix your nutrition first, stick with the 5 things we talked about in this video, and then where it's needed and where it fits, use supplementation. Supplementation can be a great way to hit your protein goals. It can be a great way to shore up your diet and make sure you're getting a wide variety of vitamins and nutrients if you're keeping it simple and eating the same thing every single day. So use supplements as needed, but remember, supplements are a supplement to good nutrition. You will never out-supplement bad nutrition. So those are some easy ways to take control of your nutrition. For more resources, check the links in the description and stay tuned to the channel for more tips on how you can perform better, recover faster, and live healthier. I'll see you in the next video.